Ready? Okay. So now that we've learned how to spread our mortar, we want to actually learn the proper technique of laying bricks in the mortar, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the brick like this. I'm not going to use my thumb at all. I'm going to use the edge of my thumb, and I'm going to do this for a reason. When I set these bricks down, right, they're gonna when they're finished being in there, they're gonna end being flat. But when I initially set it down, I'm gonna set it down at an angle like this. There's a couple reasons why I do this. One, I don't want to touch this line, and it makes it that much easier for me. Two is that when I push the two bricks together like this and start to roll it forward, naturally all the mortar is going to squeeze out this side of the wall. I don't want the mortar falling back behind that part of the wall over there. All right? So I'm going to place the brick down at an angle like I said. Now at this point I am higher than the line. That's what I want to be. You want to be higher than the line because I'm going to push it down and squeeze it in, rolling it forward. So I slowly roll it forward. So when I put it down like this, my next motion for my hand to be is on top of the brick like this. And I'm going to push the brick down, rolling it forward into the line, causing all the mortar to come out to the front. Now at this point, I'm closer to the height of the line, but I'm slightly higher. Now, if I can use an analogy, it's exactly like when you cut a 2x4. If you cut a 2x4 too short, you got to get a new 2x4. If you cut a 2x4 too long, you simply just cut it again. All right, and this is what we're kind of doing here. We've cut the 2x4 a little bit too long. It's okay. We're just going to make a slight adjustment. Now, in the last video, I spoke about how we want to cut off the mortar. You want the mortar to cut off. I want that same motion right here because, again, we want to keep the bricks nice and clean and we don't want that mortar to drop to the floor. So I'm going to put the trowel at a slight angle. Not like this. This is what you want to avoid, like this. So I'm using the edge of the trowel as a knife almost to cut the mortar off. All right. Now that I've cut the mortar off, I get a nice view of what the brick's current position is. So I'm going to again place my hand back on the top. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of moving left to right, forward to back, almost like a DJ, all right, on a turntable there. Okay, I'm going like this, and I'm just going to move it back and forth. And as you can see, the more I do that, the more this mortar squeezes out. Again, cutting it off, keeping it on the trowel, and placing it over there. One more time. And ideally for me, I like to get it just twice, all right? So there we go. I have a perfect brick laid right to the line with no mortar on the face of it, all right? So my next video is going to be on how to place head joints.